Let's talk about the Phillies Cardinals. And man, if you're in St. Louis, you go, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Let's just focus on game 2. But Ruben, it was 93-0. They've been in situations like that. Going into the ninth, they've got a lead. Halsey clearly wasn't 100%. They didn't get any extra base hits. The Phillies scored 6 runs, no extra base hits. Just were able to kind of death by 1,000 paper cuts.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's a combination of a blow up by Helsley, who was probably not healthy, but also you got to give the Phillies a ton of credit. Yeah. I mean, for them to battle back and just huge base hit here by Gene Segura on a very tough pitch. That ball almost bounced up there. Nice situational at bats after that. Stott hits a bullet. Nice job of base running by Edmundo Sosa scoring. They get a sac fly later on by Kyle Schwarber to add on. I mean, it was good situational hitting, and that's what Phillies have been doing. They've been kind of up and down all year long, but when it comes down to it, they battle and they put themselves in positions to win.
And how do the Cardinals now recover from that? Because, Jake, they know those stats. They know they had that game, and they unfortunately didn't get it.
Yeah, well, we saw on the finger issue, and Helsley, there was something there, you know, but to be 2 outs away, to get the first out of the inning and to be 2, it's devastating to lose, to walk in that locker room. It is deathly quiet in there. But, again, you see the St. Louis faithful start to file out of the stadium, you know, and giving up 6 runs in the ninth. It's just something that you've never really seen. But, again, Helsley didn't have it. I'm going to give credit to the fighting Phils. I heard a Bryce Harper comment that said there was no way we were losing this game. I was talking it into existence all day, and that's what we were saying around here. We're going to play 27 outs, and that's what happened. In playoff baseball, you got to get 27 outs. You got to fight hard down to 27 outs. The St. Louis Cardinals are reeling, but they've got incredible leadership. Marmol is going to have those guys rebounded. Wainwright will be in that dugout. Yadier Molina is going to be catching. He's going to call the right pitches. They have a chance to bounce back today. But this Philadelphia team, with what I read, with what I watched in the post-game interviews, they expect to win, and they are the fighting Phils that we have seen win and do what Ruben did in those few years there. But, you know, the Cardinals got their work cut out for them.
Miles Michaelis will get the call for the Philadelphia Phillies for the Cardinals had a 3.29 ERA in the regular season. For the Phillies, it's Aaron Nola, very close in terms of their ERA. Nola making his first career postseason start. His 203 regular season starts without a playoff appearance had trailed only Jordan Lyles among active pitchers. What do you expect of Nola today?
I think Nola pitched very well. I mean, he's been kind of maligned as far as like the big games in September and that sort of thing, but he pitched a tremendous game against Houston, who have a great lineup, and he basically pitched them into the playoffs, and that was a huge moment for him. I think he's going to use that, catapult him forward. It will be difficult against some of these veteran guys in that lineup. He's going to have a tough time with Goldie. He's going to have a tough time with Arenado. I think Molina will probably come up with a big hit from here and there. He's got to stay away from that big inning, because once things get rolling for Aaron Nola, it's that one inning that can get him. He did not make it. That did not happen for him in Houston. Great hammer. He's been dealing with his fastball. That's the thing about him this year that's been different from a lot of the other years. He's had tremendous command of his fastball, using it to all quadrants, which sets up that nasty breaking ball. I've been really impressed by how he's handled this September this year.
Nola and Miles Michaelis actually faced up at Busch Stadium back on July 11th. So Nola took the loss, 7 innings, 5 runs. Michaelis got the win. What do you expect from Miles?
Well, Michaelis has been their guy. In St. Louis, they've had all kind of injuries, and they had some trade acquisitions, but Michaelis has been outstanding, a 200-inning season, and he has been that #1. Him and Wainwright have been at the top of that, but Michaelis has really been their guy when they needed a win. You know, he was hoping to start game 1. I expect him to come out with a little chip on his shoulder, something to prove. I think he's going to pitch well. He's got his hands full with a really heavy left-handed power on that Schwarber and Harper are going to try to get him.
Yeah, and you're right, Michaelis. 202 innings in the regular season. He absolutely was a horse. We'll see. It could be the final game, though, for Albert Pujols and Yadier Molina if the Cardinals don't win.